kosher is a word that has become overused as a cliche. Like you say, he did a kosher thing with his taxes. He didn't do a kosher thing. All kinds of uses of the word kosher. But the original word kosher, which is used in the Torah, refers to actually spiritual perfection, spiritual sensitivity. Kosher foods and non-kosher foods, number one, are only in the realm of the animal kingdom. There's no such thing as a non-kosher vegetable or non-kosher mineral. Many people don't know that. It's only in the realm of animal kingdom. There are kosher animals and there are non-kosher animals. So any animal food or derivative of animal food can be kosher or non-kosher. Why is that the case? Because God created the whole universe. So the whole universe was created by God. Why should anything be not kosher? The answer is because when you're touching an animal, which is a life force, there you have to have extra sensitivity. And truth is, Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden were told that they're not allowed to eat meat. They were vegetarians. Some have an opinion that at the end of time we will all be vegetarians. So in a sense, all kosher laws won't be applicable in that sense. But once you do eat meat, once you encounter, you have to kill a life, if you don't do it with ultra sensitivity, you're essentially undermining the purpose and defeating the purpose of creation. So God said, you shall eat foods that are specially refined. If you look at the laws of kosher, you'll see laws of kosher always identify animals that are domestic animals. Predators are all non-kosher. Any animal that survives through killing other animals are unkosher. For example, a cow eats grass. Same thing with sheep, same thing with goats. You'll find that the animals that are kosher are only ones that are very docile and very tame and very peaceful. Because we say you are what you eat, or you assume what you consume. The commentaries explain that you assume the personality of the things you eat. When you eat something aggressive, you become aggressive. It doesn't mean that moment that you eat, you become aggressive, but it's a type of personality that one assumes when it becomes part of your flesh and blood. So above all, kosher is about sensitivity to the world around us. That even if you're going to take some animal food inside of you, you shouldn't just jump and indulge in it as if you can do whatever you like. The same idea of making a blessing on the food, recognizing this sensitivity that you are here to refine this universe, not to consume it, not to indulge yourself. And recognizing that means that you're eating this food to refine it, to elevate yourself, taking the strength that you gain from that food and saying, how can I improve the world? So when we eat a piece of food, whether it's an apple or it's an animal, whatever it may be, if you don't improve the world with it, the apple says, what right did you have to destroy me, consume me, in order to be destructive? You should have left me on the tree. But if you eat a food and you eat it with the proper intention and you build something in this world, then the apple or any food will say, thank you for allowing me to be a partner with you in improving the universe in which we live. So kosher is much more than just ritual laws that many people focus on. Yes, there are ritual laws of how to slaughter an animal, and there are ritual laws of what is kosher, what's not kosher. But above all, kosher is about spiritual sensitivity to the world that God created, that we don't just indulge in anything we like. And yes, there are people who may eat kosher, but they may not be kosher. Just like there are people who keep Shabbos, but they're not Shabbosdik, so to speak. So kosher is more than just a technical thing. It's also about a whole spirit of how to approach life, approach even the meals that we eat, which we also have the power to sanctify.